Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another first impressions for you guys. I just did a huge beauty haul and I had a lot of products in there and I want to test all of them out for you guys. So if you want to see the products that I'm going to be using today and giving you my first impressions on, then just keep watching. So the first product we're going to start with is primer. This is the Revolution Liquid Powder Pore Blurring Makeup Primer. This is what the packaging looks like. It's really cute, pink packaging. Now this does say that it's a makeup priming serum that dries down to a powdered effect, supports skin hydration while helping to mattify and blur pores. So we're going to see how this performs today on my skin. It does come in a dropper form and I did give it a good shake just a while ago. It seems like it's very liquidy, so I'm going to pour it on the center of my palm and I'm only going to put like 3 drops. I'm just going to take my fingers and rub it into my palm, kind of warm up the product, and I'm just going to press it on that area where I do have pores and I have oily skin. I'm only actually going to use this for the center of my face. So the next product that I'm going to use is this Essence Prime Studio Hydrating Skin Refreshing Primer. I have used this once. This is one of the products that I've already used and I really love this primer. Now I've used this primer all over my face and it does blur my pores. It doesn't keep me like super mattified, but it does make a difference in my oily skin in the center of my T-zone. So I really love this product for my entire face, but today what I'm going to do is just use it on the outer portions of my face. So I wanted to show you guys the consistency of it. It's a white cream type of product, not very liquidy, but it is creamy and it sinks into the skin so beautifully. I love this stuff. It feels so good on the skin. I am going to use my NYX Skin Tone Primer. So today I'm going to go in with the BH Cosmetics Los Angeles palette. I've already used this palette. It is such a gorgeous palette. So I wanted to do a different eye look for you guys today, a different spring eye look, because I felt like the eye look that I came up with before just looked like your typical shadows that you would use on a daily. So either way, I will say that this is such a great palette, guys, for the price. I'm so glad that I got to pick this up because I think that these shades are like perfect for summer and spring, and the pigmentation is definitely there in the mattes and in the shimmers. So I'm really loving this palette. I am going to go ahead and set my eyelids with the Abby shade in here. The Abby shade's a white matte powder. I just think it's perfect for setting this primer. It's not super white, so it looks really nice and very soft. I am going to put Runyon Canyon on my crease, and I'm going to use the Sonia Kashuk rounded crease brush. And I used this shadow before to transition the shades, and it's just perfect for it. The shades in this palette are a little bit powdery, but they're not super powdery where it's all over the place. But I do want to mention that because they are powdery, but they blend really well. So because I want to use a lot of the purple blue type shades today, I am going to go in with the Sonia Kashuk tapered crease brush. I'm going to go into this bright shade right here. That shade is called Abbott Kinney. Now all the shade names are from Los Angeles. You've got Malibu, you've got Runyon Canyon, LAX, 90210, Rodeo Drive. So there's a lot of cute names in this palette. These shades are so pigmented, just so good. I'm gonna go in with this ColourPop E22 brush. I'm gonna use this purple shade right here. This is a shimmer shade, it's called Melrose. I do wanna press this on the outer corner. Oh yeah, that's a pretty shade. I am pressing this into the crease a little bit, but mainly focusing on the outer portion. Right now is like the perfect time to play with eyeshadow because we're wearing masks and the first thing people see are your eyes. So it's always fun to like play with different eyeshadows and do different eye looks, especially because that's the focal point right now of your face. That's what everybody actually sees. That's really pretty, guys. I'm gonna take the Sigma Eye Shading E55 brush and I'm gonna go into this shade right here. It's more of like a blue purple tone and it's called City of Angels, and I'm going to just place that on the lid into that purple shade. Oh, that's really pretty. These eyeshadows could actually be used on their own, like with a good transition color, the shade all over your lid, and some mascara, and you're good to go. You don't actually have to mix them like I am. I think a lot of these shades would look really beautiful on their own. That's such a beautiful shade, guys. Look at that. Just imagine if you use a wet brush with these shadows, how much more pigmented they would be. They're already really pigmented on their own. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is such a fun eye look. I am gonna take that ColourPop brush and I'm just going to blend everything. I want that blue to blend in with that purple. So we're gonna come back to the eyes, but I'm gonna go off camera and do my eyebrows really quickly. And I'm going to also put on some eyelashes. I'm gonna try these MMLB My Lash But Better eyelashes. These are in So Real, but these are the eyelashes that I'm gonna use today. And then for my eyebrows, I'm gonna go in with my Goof Proof Brow Pencil in number 4, and then my NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in black. So I will go off camera, do that, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I went ahead and did my eyebrows, but I did want to try this Bite Beauty mascara before I put on my lashes. I wanna go ahead and just curl my lashes just a little bit and use that Bite Beauty. I wanna see how it works on these eyelashes that I have. Mine are very short, not very full, so I wanna see how this mascara is going to make them look. I did get the mini one, so that's why it looks really small. So this is the product right here, and it's really cool looking packaging. I love the rose gold. Oh gosh, wow, the brush is very, very thick. It's kind of like an hourglass shape. So let me go ahead and try it on my eyes. Everybody talks really highly of this mascara, so I'm hoping I'll like it too. It is doing a good job of separating the eyelashes. Oh shoot, I got it in my eye. But it's not giving me like any fullness at all. My eyelashes still look really sparse. I guess if I had really full eyelashes, it would probably work a lot better. This really didn't wow me, guys. It did separate my lashes, but it didn't really lengthen them. And not only that, it didn't really give me any volume. It says it's supposed to be volumizing, lengthening, lifting, curl enhancing, smudge resistant, and intense color. And I only put on one coat, so let me go ahead and go on with another coat. That second coat really didn't make any difference. It just added more mascara on the lashes. So this is probably not gonna be a good product for me and my short little lashes. I'm gonna go ahead and dry this really quickly, and then I'm gonna add my false lashes. All right, so I went ahead and put on these lashes. They were super easy to put on, and the band is really thin, so you can put it as close to the lash line as possible without it looking like the band is sticking out. So I really like the way the lashes went on. So now I'm gonna go in with foundation. This is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Luminous Matte Foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. Today for concealer, I'm gonna use my Power Fabric Concealer by Giorgio Armani, and I'm going to put a little bit here just to kind of lighten this area. And then right here, I put too much here. Normally I don't put that much anymore. And I'm just gonna take my sponge and press it into the under eyes. Now I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape, and this is in Tan. And I'm just putting it on those areas where I want a little bit more coverage. I'm just gonna get a sponge and press that into the skin. And so now I'm going to set my under eyes, and I'm gonna use my one size powder. I'm gonna set that concealer. So for powder, I'm gonna go in with the Cloud Set Kosas powder. I've only used this a couple of times. I have the shade Comfy, and I haven't used it with this foundation, but I'd like to see how it looks because this powder is like so beautiful on the skin. So I'm going to get a brush. I'm just gonna set the rest of my face. This powder makes such a huge difference on my skin. It just looks so flawless and beautiful. All right, so now I'm gonna go back into the Los Angeles palette. I'm gonna go into this pink shade right here. I haven't used this one yet. It's called 90210, which I think is such a cute name. And I'm just going to run that on my lower lash line. Oh, that's a pretty shade. All right, so that's it for the eyes in this palette. I have been loving this bronzer by Milani, but it's in the all-inclusive light to medium palette. Guys, I can't get over this bronzer. I just love it so much. So I'm really hoping that they will come out with just a full pan of that bronzer. There's another bronzer that I loved. I think it's Sunkissed or something by Milani, but it's totally different than this one, so. Oh, it's so so pretty. What I love about it too is it doesn't come off like super harsh on the skin. It's very, very easily blendable, and I love that. Just bring it on my forehead, temples, and I'm not gonna go on my chin because I do have a darker foundation on and I just don't want it to look super muddy. The blush that I'm gonna go into is this one. It's also in the same palette. The thing is this blush has like some shimmer to it, like a highlight. I don't know how it's gonna show up on my skin because I haven't used it like a blush, but it looks good. Oh yeah, that looks really pretty. That's perfect. And it has like a highlight to it, so I don't have to put highlight on. I am gonna go in with the ColourPop pencil and beeper for my lips. I'm gonna go in with the Skinny Dippin' lipstick by Too Faced. I'm gonna go in with the Sky High Mascara in Waterproof for my lower lashes, and I'm not gonna put a lot. I'm just gonna add very little. All right guys, this is the finished look. I'm going to go ahead and add some of this perfume by the Mix Bar. This is the Coconut Palm perfume. This smells so, so wonderful. I love the way it smells. It's gonna be the perfect scent for spring and especially summer. And I'm just gonna spray some on my wrist. I honestly need to buy this in the hair and body spray because that scent is amazing. So let's go ahead and go over the products I used today. I am gonna go over those products that I've already used before just to kind of give you a quick little mini review of them. But I'm gonna give you my first impressions on the other things. The first thing is the Essence Prime Studio Hydrating Primer. This primer is such a good primer, guys. If you're looking for something that's gonna sink into the skin, make your skin feel really smooth, but not have that greasy feel, and also hold your makeup in place and minimize your pores, I would definitely try this one. It's so good and it's so affordable. I can't believe how much I love this. I'm actually loving it more than my Wet n Wild Impossible. This is like kicking its butt. So I really do like this primer and I highly recommend it. So if you guys are looking for a new hydrating primer, check out Essence. And then for the Bite Upswing Mascara, I'm not really into this. It did not do really anything for my eyelashes. It did separate them, but it didn't give them length, it didn't give them volume, and it really didn't curl them. So I appreciate the formula, I appreciate that it's a clean product, but I've been trying so many mascaras out there and I've found so many others that I really do like. So unfortunately, this one is not for me. For the Revolution Liquid Powder Serum, now I will say that when I did put it on, it looked pretty smooth on the skin. It didn't have a powder effect. That's what I was kind of expecting because that's what it says. It did have a slight mattifying effect to it, but I was really looking for more of like that smoothness to it. You know what I mean? For the Los Angeles palette, you guys know I've already used this. You guys need this palette. It's just so good. It's very pigmented. You guys see how these shimmer shadows went onto the eyelid. They're super pigmented by themselves. And just imagine if you wet your brush, they're gonna look really pigmented. Love, love this palette. I think it's gonna be perfect, guys. Perfect for those spring and summer looks. I definitely wanna do another look with this palette using the greens, the yellow, the grays, and the light pinks. I definitely wanna do a look using those. And maybe I'll do it in another video with you guys. And then for the MLBB lashes, these lashes look really nice on, guys. I think they're really nice and fluttery. They look very natural. The band is really, really good. You can't hardly see it on my eyes. And not only that, they're super easy to apply. I thought I was gonna have a hard time because they're so thin, because the band is so thin, but it didn't take any time at all. It was actually very quick and very easy. I hope you guys love this first impressions. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.